are you? Good. When they called me and said, hey, do you want to do the bro show? I was like, really? You're doing the bro show? Okay, you're doing a show about like the dumbest people on earth. That's great. Why not also have the gerbil show? Or the pile of garbage show? Luckily, most bros grow into men, right? But I find that men keep a piece of bro so that they can continue to get away with certain behaviors, right? Like, a man will go out into the world, he'll have a job, he'll be like, I'm a man, I am capable, right? But then he'll come home and he'll be a bro. Like, I used to date an astrophysicist, okay? And we lived together. He was an astrophysicist. If you don't know what that is, it is a rocket scientist, okay? But then I'd say something like, hey, can you put the laundry in the dryer? And all of a sudden, the astrophysicist would vanish and the bro would appear.
What? Dryer? I don't... Is this like... There's like a knob? Do I like turn... Is there like a soap?
And you're like, oh, forget it. But when bros do that stuff, you kind of like, it pulls on your maternal instincts, because you're like, oh man, this guy has a learning disability in every subject. The same guy, like I remember like soon after we moved in together, I was stressed out and I was like, hey, could you cook dinner?
And he was like, I don't cook. I don't know how to do that.
And I was like, well, I'll teach you some stuff and then you can cook in the future. And he was like, I'm too hungry to learn. So I was like, okay, fine. And then I just cooked and I cooked and I cooked and it just became the dynamic. But then I became suspicious when I went away for 5 days and came home to find he was not dead. I was like, aha, you've been cooking.
And he was like, no, I swear I haven't.
And I was like, how are you alive? And he was like, this is my new girlfriend, Sabrina. But I recently moved in with a new guy, and he's better, and he's kind of surprised me. We moved in together, and there was a lot of space in the apartment, and there was a spare room. And he said, hey, do you mind if I have like a man cave? And I was like, no, I'm cool. I'm cool like that. You can have a man cave. That's fine. That's no problem, right? So he's in there, I'm out here, and like for the first few weeks, it was fine. But then I started getting kind of curious. Like it started to eat at me, right? I was like, what is he doing in there? So one day, curiosity killed my cat or whatever, and I was like, I want to know what he's doing in there. So I barge in, I surprise him, and he was ironing. He was ironing his work shirts. And I was like, ew, you're ironing? But then I was kind of impressed at the same time, I'm sure you can imagine, because I don't know if you know this, but it's actually quite difficult to iron while you masturbate. You definitely want to turn off the steam function on that. But no, I feel bad because I've made a lot of generalizations and I've sound critical towards men and bros. And I wanna leave on an up note, because I did once date a bro, a through and through bro, and it was right after university. And he was a great guy, and I was super attracted to him. Unfortunately, having a conversation with him was like talking to a plate of mashed potatoes. No, but what I liked about him and what I like about bros in general is that they're very relaxed, right? They're like mellow. They're like permanently sedated. And you kind of wonder, you're like, is it the high levels of THC or the low levels of IQ? But it doesn't really matter. And that, even a bro's laugh is sedated, right? Like they're like, They sound like an engine who's dying, right? But that was really good for me because I'm a high-strung, super anxious person. So to be paired with someone that was so relaxed was actually really good. And I recommend it to anyone out there who's a little high-strung. Date a bro. Because you could be with a bro watching like a tornado come towards you. And you would be like, oh my God, we're all gonna die! And he would be like,
cool. It's like God flushed a toilet. And we're the poo.
Thank you